One player who's made a welcome reappearance to the Sharks lineup in recent weeks is Pietersen. The Springbok wingers returned from a successful first year in Japan, where he won the league and cup double with the Panasonic Wild Knights. But for a man who spent his entire professional career in Durban, life abroad took a little getting used to.
What brought me the season to come to Japan, I think, is just for a different environment. I've been in South Africa for almost 10 years. I think it's just to have a bit of different environment and see life outside rugby a bit and experience more. But also for me to give a lot of a break of coming away from South Africa and recharge myself for coming on into the World Cup here next year. Definitely a culture shock for me to first come to Japan, and it's like totally new, everything is new, everything is different from what I'm used to in South Africa, and it's like my first time actually going away from the Sharks, so it was definitely for me a new adventure. Come to the chopsticks and the noodles, it was a difficult challenge for me coming. It took me like half an hour to finish a bowl of noodles, so it was a difficult task for me.
Part of Pietersen's role within the club has been to nurture the homegrown talent.
They probably did, but I think I'm more of a joke than more of a serious guy, because I'm mostly chilled guy, I'm very relaxed, laid-back guy, and yeah, that's probably different for them finding a person like me that I think there's not 100% always serious and focused on rugby, and but when it comes to rugby time, I switch on 100%, and they know what I'm capable of, and in meetings and stuff, I do a little bit of chat and yeah, and help the boys out a bit where I can.
And the Wild Knights' style of rugby has proved to be a try-scorer's dream.
It's definitely helped me as a winger to enjoy the attacking side of rugby, and getting more ball in hand and exploring the field and scoring tries. That's what every winger and a rugby player has to do. And yeah, like I said, like the standard is good, and the way that the team's playing is very attacking rugby, and I kind of enjoying it and really liked it.
Pietersen made his international debut as a 21-year-old back in 2006, and only a year later he became a world champion.
I remember it like it was yesterday, 2007 World Cup, and as a youngster, when I was about 21 years old, to play in the World Cup, first time ever, and to play on the world stage. At that stage, I probably didn't understand the whole thing about Rugby World Cup. It's like the big tournament, and yeah, but for me, just what I can just remember is just standing there and singing the national anthem, and you know, and it's just emotional, the whole thing, and you know what you work so hard for, it actually is here, and to play in the World Cup, and was such a close game, and to win it at the end, it was just remarkable, really. It's like, I can't actually put it in words, but it's something you will treasure for the rest of your life.
2 years later, the era of South African dominance continued with a 2-1 series victory over the British and Irish Lions.
It's something that every South African rugby player wants to play in, and wants to say that they play in the Lions Tour, but to play in the Lions Tour and winning it, it's a remarkable achievement, and the history behind the Lions Tour, it's remarkable to see all the great names that played in the Lions Tour. And when I was still a kid, 1997, when Jeremy Goss got drop goal, I was watching it as a little boy, still in primary school. I actually went to go watch the Lions train, and close by where my hometown Stellenbosch is. And it's actually the love of rugby that I understand, because my dad told me about way back about J.J. Williams and J.P.R. Williams, and that's why I really understand. That's why I started off like the Lions, and to be as a kid and to grow up and actually play in the Lions, like a dream come true to play in the Lions too.
Pietersen's desire to play at the World Cup next year means there'll be no let-up in his hectic schedule.
After Super Rugby, I'll come back to Japan, and then 2015 I'll be back in South Africa for the year coming up to the World Cup, and see how it goes. It's back-to-back rugby, but for me as a player also, it keeps me up there to keep in good shape and keep. I think I'm a type of guy that I need to keep busy. I don't need a lot of breaks to keep me in good shape, because if I take a lot of breaks, I can actually lose my fitness and lose my shape. So I think it's good for me to be busy and play some good rugby most of the year.